Okay, I've got about a 2003 or 4 Craftsman snowblower. It's got a problem with the roll pins on the impeller, which are sheared, so the impeller's not turning. So, and I'm having trouble getting in there, trying to drive one in. It looks like something's broke off inside the other shaft, one of the old pins. So I'm going to remove the entire auger assembly, and while I have it out, I'll be able to clean out or tap out whatever's blocking the holes, and then I can put new roll pins in. So it's going to be a big undertaking here. It'll be fun. I'm going to take this belt cover off here, a couple of bolts. Then I've got to separate the housing from the motor, the auger housing from the motor assembly, and then we'll go from there. So that'll be fun. So let's give that a whirl. Okay, first things first, I'm going to take this belt housing off right here. Okay, now we get the bolt on the other side, which is right here. Alright, now we're going to take this bolt cover off, and there's the pulleys and stuff, and you can see down in there. Single pulley with a couple of set screws. Another thing you're going to want to do is separate the shaft, the control shaft for the chute, the directional thing. So there's just a cotter key kind of thing here. Just pull that out, and that way we can separate that when the time is right. Now I'm going to separate these puppies, and that's good. There's no nut on the back, so I just need to loosen these. So stand by while I take all 4 of these out. Okay, now we want to get these other 3 out on this side. So 1, 2, and then this one down below here, 3. You can see that. Okay, now I've got all the bolts out. I should be able to separate the auger housing from the motor housing here. So let's see how that works. Yep, there it is. Like you see there. Let's see if I can reach in here, unhook the belt. I'm going to back the motor assembly away. Isn't that lovely? And I'll set this here out of the way so it doesn't spill gas or anything. There we go. Okay, there's motor assembly. And here's auger assembly. Now the next thing we need to do is get this pulley off on the back side here. And there's a couple of set screws down in there, so I'll just loosen those up, and hopefully we don't have too much of a time getting that pulley pulled. Okay, I'm trying to pull these set screws out of here. There's one. Alright, there's one of them. Okay, I've been working on this pulley here, and it's coming off pretty good. Put a little socket down on the shaft, squirt a little WD-40, and just kind of wrap on the thing as I'm pulling up. It's kind of hard to do while I'm videoing, but I'm basically lifting up on the pulley as I strike the center of it there, and it's kind of working its way up. Okay. All right then, I got the pulley off, and you can see here's the little key, the shear key that goes in that channel, so we'll put those off to the side. Pulley's good, and everything looks good on it. Put the shear key to the side. Now we're going to have to loosen the auger bolts on each side so we can pull that whole assembly out. So let's turn the thing over and work on that. Okay, now we're going to remove these bolts on each end of the auger here. So as you notice, they've got nuts on the inside, so I've got a wrench sitting there. And we're going to take these out. There's 3 on each side. A little socket on there. Let me hold that. Okay, we got that side out. Now we're going to go over and do this side. Okay, I got them out of this end as well. Now it's time we got to pull this auger, the whole assembly right out the cup here. If all goes well, so let me work on that. Okay, that was a little easier than I thought. what it's going to be. So we got the whole auger assembly out now, taken out of the shroud. When I pulled that shaft out of the housing here, this little bushing fell out of the back here, so we got to remember to put that back in. So that goes right in that area. Now what we're going to do is take this impeller off and see if we can clean out whatever's blocking the drive shaft, so we can put new shear pins in. Okay, using a rubber mallet, I was able to knock the impeller off the shaft here, and if you look, you can see this hole is completely blocked and this one's partially blocked, which is why I wasn't able to get a new roll pin in there with limited force. So I got it out here where I can really use a punch and really drive those out of there. So should be in good shape after this. Okay, with a little force and some willpower here, we got both of these shaft holes are now clean. You can see right through them. I used a punch. Got them all cleaned out. So now we can find the right size roll pins and let's reassemble this bitch. Okay, I've got the impeller lined up on there. I've got me a box of roll pins. Got the 1/4" roll pins. I'm going to drive those down in the holes in both places, and we should be off and running. Okay, our roll pins are in place. You can see them inserted and coming out the other side, so we should be in good shape. Time to reassemble. I'm now going to shove the auger system back into the shroud, put that little bushing on the back, bolt it in, and we'll just reassemble. Okay, I'm going to let gravity help me here. I've put the shroud up on a couple of tires just to get it up off the ground. That way I can drop this whole auger system in to that hole and again allow gravity to kind of work with me. Thanks. Alright, that worked nicely. Now I'm going to bolt the 2 ends on and reassemble this thing. All right. Okay, I've got the auger all bolted in on both sides. Now I'm going to put it over on its face and put this bushing back in where it goes, this one. There you can see it. It just slides right on there. Then we need to get the key and the pulley. And you can see the key goes in the channel right there. Kind of right there. Alright, let's see if we can get this pulley put on. Let's gotta get this down in there a little better. Sorry. Right there. Okay. There's the key. Now we're gonna line the pulley up. Over the key. You know what? Before I do that, I'm gonna put those set screws back in. It'll be harder to start them once it's on. Let's get the set screws here, and we'll start them in the back side of the pulley here. Okay, the pulley slipped right down on there. All I gotta do is stand it up and we'll set those set screws and reassemble. Okay, now we're gonna tighten these set screws here. Tighten the other one. And we're good to go. Let's put this thing together. Okay, when putting this thing back together, you want to make sure you put these 2 bottom screws in, one on each side, and they will kind of slip into this slot here, and that'll make it a little easier. It'll carry that weight as you're trying to balance this thing. So let's give that a whirl. And make sure you put your belt on, and we'll put the belt on and get it going too. Okay, we got the 2 pieces joined back together. That was pretty simple. Easier than I thought it'd be. Now we put the belt cover on and we'll give this thing a test drive. Let's see here, here's the belt cover. This goes on right here like so. Oh, we also got to remember, we've got 2 bolts there. We also got to remember to hook up the drive shaft thing for the chute. Okay, we got it all back together. We started it up. It ran great. The impeller worked. We threw some snow. Everybody's happy and we're back in business. Hope you found our video helpful. Thanks.